Hmm. Alright, let's check this shit out. I'm gonna start live streaming everything I fucking think about until I figure out all the kinks. So looking at these fucking dogs. Basically, I'll just bring up the police fort here. So basically what's happening is the police are now going to... So if you get searched by a dog and they find that... Or a dog stops you, detects drugs on you, or once you had drugs once upon a time, or you fucking maybe handled some steak, or you had a barbecue before you went to an event, or basically anything that triggers the dog. Also, anyone that's been around to enough festivals and events knows that a dog can stop you. The police can just pull the dog to someone and use a command to make it sit. We've all seen it happen. Now, they're going to basically, if they detect you, they did this at Midnight Mafia as well, if they detect you, or make the dog sit with you, they will go then strip search you, and if they find nothing, they will then stop you from entering the event. So even if you've got caught with nothing, you're still going to get stopped from entering the event, which is basically guilty. Well, it's just ridiculous. You should not have to worry about a dog. You shouldn't have your night ruined. Fuck, it's so hard to articulate when I'm this angry. I care so much about this because there's been events where, you know, it's been some of the best. They've been some of the best moments of my life. Now, if I was to just get pulled up and then not, you know, I've not got any drugs on me, they pull me over, they strip search me, which has happened before, and I have had no drugs on me, and then they've not let me into the event, they are taking away the potential of a musical experience, a social experience, and an atmosphere that people wait for, potentially for their whole year, maybe longer. People have been, you know, turning 18, going to these things. You're removing... This is how fucking deep this culture ravaging goes. They are fucking taking away... They've taken away anything from fucking 1:30 o'clock onwards, pretty much. That whole time frame, they've taken that out just for no reason. They can use all the reasons in the world they want, but none of them are real. They're taking away the culture from that. They're taking away arts. They're taking away, you know, music, live music. They're just taking away everything. And now they're taking away big events where they're just going to make it so over-policed that people won't want to go to it, which is exactly like the same thing with running a small bar or a bar or anything in King's Cross or in the CBD. They will just fucking hassle you until you basically break. And it's a fucking joke. So, I'll read this out. So, police are warning patrons attending the Above and Beyond Music Festival at Sydney this weekend that drug detection dogs will be at the venue. The event will run from 6 p.m. until midnight on Saturday. First of all, an event that runs at Sydney Showground till midnight, that's early. 9th of June at the Sydney Showground. Police warn that drug detection dogs will patrol the venue and can detect the presence of prohibited drugs or someone who has recently had drugs on them. So if you've had drugs once, you know, recently, or if someone smoked a joint near you, you're fucked. First of all, they said patrolling the venue, which means they will be pulling people out before then as well. If a dog makes an indication, you'll be denied entry. That is fucking ridiculous. Every study has proven that there is... Hopefully I can find it. So, if I just had it up before. So, drug detection dogs. False positive. So, a drug detection dog basically is wrong about 76% of the time based on a big study. And realistically, it works out to about 80%. So that means 80% of the people that they pull over, or that the dog indicates, will not be allowed entry or be removed from the venue just because the dog smelled drugs on them when it didn't. These dogs aren't good, and they've killed someone before pretty much. Some kid saw the dogs and like took all of his drugs at once, died. Now, so they went through and did, so 2007, 32%, 35%. This is like drugs were found on, going forward. So realistically, they've got a 32% accuracy rate. Out of 103,000 searches, only 33 of them found drugs. 33,000. So, yeah, it's about 70%. Now, if your car didn't work 70% of the time, would you drive it? No. If your brakes didn't work 70% of the time, would you drive your car? No, that's fucking ridiculous. Yet they're fucking still willing to... First of all, there's no actual legal precedent for this. There's none at all. I'll get in there in a sec. So the message from police is simple: don't bring prohibited drugs to the event. Well, that's not the message at all. The message is, even if your dogs think that there was drugs on it, or someone doesn't look like someone you like, and you stop a dog on them, you're gonna fucking prohibit them from coming into the event. These dance parties can be a dangerous environment, particularly when alcohol and illegal drugs are involved. No, they can't. Anything can be a dangerous environment. This room can be a dangerous environment. The street is a dangerous environment. Every single car on the road's a fucking weapon. Now, it's not against the law to consume drugs. Well, look, it's just fucking insane. Everything can be a dangerous environment, especially when drugs are illegal and alcohol and illegal drugs are involved. A home can be in a dangerous environment with drugs and alcohol. Anything can be. Doesn't mean we have to ban it. This is the most ridiculous prohibition shit ever. We all know there's no quality control in production of illicit drugs. You are putting your life at risk. So is getting in the car. But also, there is actually quite a bit of quality control, judging by the pill testing that was done at Grooven in the Moo, where more than half of the drugs tested were pure MDMA, and only 2 were fatal. So, there seems to be quite a bit more, quality control than you're leading on, but no quality control. People don't buy shit drugs for, Police will exclude any person from the venue that the drug indicates has or who has recently had drugs on them, regardless of whether the drugs are located. That's fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean? Can I just say that you guys assaulted me even if you've never assaulted me? No. If I've got no proof you assaulted me? No. It makes no fucking sense at all. Quite simply, if you handle or use drugs, you will not be permitted to remain at the venue. That's not what's happening here. The dog is assuming, or for some reason sensing, that you've got drugs, and then you will be put out. If you don't find drugs on it, they're going to assume you recently had drugs on you, which is fucking ridiculous. Oh. I can't wait to watch this fucking blow up as soon as the event's on, because this is a big event. It's probably bigger than Midnight Mafia in terms of people who won't have drugs. But it's this assistant commissioner fucking Thurtle is a fuckwit. So obviously this is blowing up. This one here is like 600 shares. Fucking nearly all of them are negative. This is for some reason hasn't hit the mainstream news yet, hasn't it? No, but because this fucking government is corrupt as shit. And then we've got now we've got a Greens MP jumping on the case as well. David Shoebridge. Yeah, I definitely should have screenshotted this. There we go. So the New South Wales Police Force will be refusing entry to anyone searched by a dog. And just fucking stop. Even if no drugs are found, it's a crime. It is not a crime to have a drug dog falsely indicate. So that's got even more shares and dislikes. So he's fighting that quite hard. Criminal lawyers, can the police exclude you? So this goes through it. The police statement. The backlash. 2,000 comments, highly critical. It goes through the legality, and basically anyone that's been around police in this city knows for a fact that they will just fuck you with anything they can. They'll be like, oh no, we didn't find anything? Try and pull it up. Yeah, you're right here is a perfect example. You're being quarrelsome, you're being violent, you're being disorderly, you're not following a move on order. All of this is going to happen, and people are just going to have to get fucked on. There's no way to fight them. There's no way to fight them, and it's starting to fucking hurt. It's always hurt, but it's starting to get worse. I didn't think it could get worse, and now it is. Like, this is fucking insanity. Like, how much reach do we have to give them? To be honest, this is a perfect reason why we should be allowed to have guns. The gun laws should have stayed in this country where anyone should be allowed open carry. It's just fucking crazy. Look at how much overreach they've got now. Like, they've just taken and taken and taken and taken and taken. And now they've got no recourse. Like, we just fucking lay here and take it. It's fucking insanity. What else we go? That's my stream key. Abuse of powers. Yeah, so this came out at midday today in the Morning Herald. So it's finally getting the mainstream news. Just a fucking whole day late. Police plan to exclude or eject revellers from Saturday's Above and Beyond music event in Sydney. If a drug sits next to them, even if the police cannot find any drugs, in a media release, blah blah blah, indication will be denied entry. Statistics obtained from the state government show that a search of, so basically approximately 80% no drugs were found. So New South Wales Police on Wednesday did not respond to questions about the efficiency of drug detection dogs, which has long been in question. It's not an offence to have a drug dog falsely indicate you are carrying drugs. Correct. It's hard to see how this kind of action by police could be legal, seeing how it involves punishment in the absence of offence. The war on drugs is a war on young people. The movie in stark contrast. The move is in stark contrast to ACT's Groovin' in the Moo, which in April, the nation's first pill testing program was implemented. More than 100 festival goers took part in the trial, with 85 samples tested. Half were found to be pure MDMA, while 2 samples were potentially deadly. And the rest were found to be fucking fun. My god. Fucking pigs. And they wonder why why people have a negative outlook on them. Like, oh yeah. And everyone that likes their fucking memes, when they post up some little fucking cute little post, like, ooh, fucking don't drink and drive, it'll fucking, you know what I mean, as much fun as it is. Like, watch, there'll be one here somewhere. So they fill it with all this fucking nonsense, and then there was just convincing phone scam. $700,000 worth of cannabis. Here we go. Shit like this. See what I mean? Don't fucking like this shit, because it gives off a false fucking representation of their public view. They're fucking animals, and they're just taking constantly, and they're just fucking every single one of us, and we're just letting it happen. It's absolutely fucked. Well, that's all I really wanted to fucking talk about. This shit's fucking annoying. But if we let it keep happening, there's realistically nothing we can fucking do about it, to be honest. Like, what the fuck can we do? I just feel so helpless, man. It's been getting worse and worse for years, and we've just been doing nothing. Like, if anyone has any ideas, leave them in the comments, because it's fucking crazy. And they think it's fine. They think, yeah, this is just normal. God damn it. Well, I'll be at Magic Mike tonight from fucking 7. I'll be there from 6. Come down and have some fucking food, drinks. Anyone that mentions the stream, I'll give a free shot to.